Do you have to type in something again?
I typed it in.
Oh, okay.
Live.
Sorry, everybody, but we had a technical failure. We will try to get everybody caught up again.
There we go. Yes. Okay. We'll just wait for people to give them a chance to jump
hop
on.
on.
Hey, Kelly, would you like to say any wise words, our technical person?
Let's see. Welcome. Happy Friday.
Happy July 1st.
Yeah, and Katie's even got my face.
I know.
It's way up here.
Because usually you're like, and then you have to.
Hi, everybody. Hey, we're sorry about the technical problem, but we got it all fixed.
Yep.
We had our phone died.
Yes.
So it was a silly thing, but it's fixed.
Yeah, it happens.
I guess we need to check that.
Yes.
Another.
Yeah, that's just one other thing we need to put on our to-do list.
Yeah.
Yep. So thanks for understanding. Welcome to Memory Bound for the second part of Diane's. Well, we introduced product, and now we're going straight for.
We are
jumping in.
going to talk about the book.
So how about I had just asked you the question of how do you prep for your book? For Maggie shared yesterday that she collects all of her Halloween stuff. And do you do the same?
I do.
Okay.
I was saying before that when I get done with a project, I put everything away. So my scrapbook room is cleaned. So when I started this project, I went to all my Tim Holtz ideology stuff, all the new stuff that came in. Then I go and I find all that vintage-y looking paper.
Okay.
This was another paper that I used.
Oh, that is a favorite of yours.
Yeah, and my mom was a big music lady, so this fit in with her paper in the theme of the book. So pick out all your paper, any kind of embellishments you want to use, and then I put them all in trays. So again, I have like at least 3 or 4 trays like this on my desk. That's
3 or 4?
Mm-hmm.
I'm reading comments and then I hear 3 or 4 trays. Well, I guess when you have a lot of stuff that is around you, and like Maggie says, she puts it, and which eliminates trying to get up and find your stuff, which sometimes I do.
Another thing I use is a vintage cupcake holder where I put all of my things like the loop pins and
like your medals.
Buttons, all my ideology stuff. So they all go, all the charms.
So the little things.
Yes. So they go into a vintage cupcake.
Fabulous.
Okay, so
the
inspiration.
They can hear us, and we're horizontal, and so it was a good thing that we stopped and came back.
We're good to go.
Here we go.
So the inspiration for this book was I had found a whole bunch of old pictures of my mom and her siblings when we were getting ready for my dad's celebration of life. I was looking for pictures of him and his youth, and I came across a whole bunch of pictures of my mom, which I just sat down and started looking because they were just fabulous pictures. And a lot of them were written on.
That is like
that was
the
a
best,
real treat.
Yeah.
So when I started this item here, and they are
I'm sorry to laugh at this.
I know.
Me up that this was your inspiration.
Yes, it was. These were selling 6 for $3.99, and they are under the Tim Holtz series. So just type in Tim Holtz series, and you will see a lot of this stuff. Or on our calendar under today, a lot of stuff is listed that I use. But this was my inspiration. We've had these, I don't know how long. They were under Kelly's desk, then they were under my desk.
It's one of those products.
I was bound and determined to use these, and they really are fun. They're called index guides. They're not really a folder. Because
and they're not really a card. Is it just one sheet?
It's just one sheet.
Okay.
And they have tabs. There's 3 different tabs.
Okay.
And I used...
What about the size? It looks like about a little, probably about an 8x6, doesn't it? Seem about? It's my hand size.
They are 5 by 8.
Okay.
5 by 8.
5 by 8.
Without the tabs. They're a little longer or wider with the tabs.
Right, okay.
So that was one of the things that I started with. So then the other thing that I started with was the new ideology had just come in, and this is his backdrops. And I just loved this paper.
Here, I'm just going to try to get that glare. Our
Well,
light
here.
is just too good. Those are his backdrop papers. Oh, I see that. Right there is the cover.
Yep. So I was so excited when I was flipping through these and found the one that I used on the cover. Look how appropriate. It looks like a book cover, and it had Century Book Facts Standard Edition. I thought that is so appropriate for heritage pictures. And you can see I cut it down, which was not a problem. I just took my file folders and traced around it and cut it. So that was my other inspiration for this book, and it's got a lot of fun.
I see that you did something to the front of that.
So I wanted it to stand out a little bit more. You can see the difference between these two. This is called Stampendous Aged Silver Embossing Enamel. And we've had this. We've had this for quite a while, and we do have this back in stock. It's just a really fun combination of a bunch of fun.
It looks kind of chunky.
Or mix. It is chunky. Mixture of gold and silver and black, and it's just really fun stuff. So what I did is I used a pen, an embossing pen, and just traced around each letter. So I probably did like the one word, and then I put this on, embossed it, and then I went to the other one.
Oh, okay, yeah. So you kind of took it in steps instead of doing it all at once.
All at once.
Because then it could dry on you.
Right.
Yeah.
And I didn't do the bottom, but I did that little swirly thing there. So
what's the difference between the black and the white?
Well, one comes in black, or it comes out black, and I think the white is clear. Now, the one I used was just clear.
Okay. And that's nice because it has a finer tip, which is going to
get a very fine tip, so you can write with it and emboss
it. I like that. It makes it look old.
Yes.
All right.
So that was my inspiration for the first page, and you will see that I sewed a lot. But again, if you
really sewed,
really sewed,
you sewed. Oh, this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is all sewing, but
gotta love that sewing machine you have. So it has a mind of its own.
Yes, it does. If you don't have a sewing machine, use the stitched washi tape, which I don't have here.
Okay, it's behind me, and we'll grab it. Hey, Teresa, would you be willing to grab me a stitched washi, please?
And I've used this on every project.
But it's so good.
It's really good. And we only have a few left in stock, but I ordered more yesterday. It's
for those
just
of us that
stuff.
don't have a sewing machine that's possessed, that does what it wants to do, we use this.
Yep.
And those are fabulous.
It just goes on so
does.
easy. So don't feel bad if you don't have a sewing machine or you don't want to get it out, because
just use that washi tape right up along there.
It is. And I inked everything.
And the embossing stuff is Stampendous Aged Silver Embossing Enamel.
Yep.
I think I got all that in there. There you go. All right.
Okay. So that was, and then of course I used the washi tape. So I will show you how I hinged this together.
That will be quite.
And I learned a few things that you don't do and that you do, and so we're just going to start out. There's a lot of stuff on every page, and
I don't even know how to videotape this, girl.
I used the original of some of the pictures, not all of them. If I had duplicates, I used the original.
Okay, I'm going to come in.
And I used a lot of the okay. These are called pocket cards, and you get a ton of them. So again, I always buy every single one. So all of, like this background one here is a pocket card. And then all this ephemera is just ephemera that I have in my stash. I go to my books.
I just want you guys to notice that this is Katie's favorite. Diane did not make that on her own. Okay.
Now, another important thing that I want to stress to people is to, if there is handwriting on the back, which this was my grandmother's handwriting. This is my mom's first birthday. And then my grandma had written on the back. So I copied, and you will see I did that on almost every page. I copied the back to make sure that I was able to put that in the book too. This Memories is our memory stamp right there.
Oh, yeah.
This one, this metal one, is something really probably 10 years old. I just have a lot of metal alphabet and numbers. I stitched. I just started layering.
So when you start something like this, where do you, like, how would you say to start?
Okay,
like, put
so
your picture down first? Or?
I divided my pictures, and I wanted to see what pictures I had and of what theme. And I found a whole bunch of my mom's pictures of her birthday. She has a birthday this month. And I happened to find, I think, like 7 or 8 years of birthday pictures. So that's how I started out.
Okay, so that was it. And then when you do, like, we'll say this page, do you adhere as you go, or do you lay it all out?
I pick my background paper. And all of this is from the backdrops, a lot of it is. And then I used the 49 and Market back paper, and then I used this back paper. Now you will see here how I used the washi tape. I had kind of a plain background paper right here, and I wanted something really fun on the back, so I just tore this. It is the washi tape, and the washi tape I used is the curator's letter box. And it comes in rolls like this, and it's easy to tear. You just take it off and tear it, and I just started layering. I got a piece here, a piece here, a piece down there.
Oh, okay. I'm seeing that now.
And then
I love the tags. You know, those tags are my favorite.
Yep. And I do this on my computer, so this little ticket probably came out of some ephemera pack, and I typed this on the computer and then sewed it.
Okay.
Is how I did that.
This also, this Elizabeth Craft has some fun dies like that too.
Yep.
And this is?
This is his flashcards.
Okay.
These flashcards.
Sweet, yeah.
Open.
That one's.
But this is another great addition to his new line. He's got 3 different sizes.
Which is nice. Yeah. And they're just regular
random
words.
Yep, they're great words. So again,
I got myself a pack of those yesterday.
Yeah. Now this stamp here is a stamp that I've had for several years, so we cannot get it. But the memory bound one is good. This I photocopied. That was on the back. This little frame came out of one of the 49 and Market ephemera packs. And then you'll see this one here is out of another thing that Katie likes, the tags.
I do. I love them. Love them tags.
Yep.
That's good English too.
And it had 2 numbers on it, like a 23 or something. But this is her 2-year-old picture,
my
so I used the 2, and then I just wrote years old.
Look at that.
So this is a fun page, and really, I hope that you're getting ideas.
Yes.
I do a lot of stuff, but sometimes I just like to look for techniques. I'll look for one technique when I'm watching YouTube videos that ladies are doing. I pick out one technique and I say, I want to use that technique. So then I will,
on that page,
on this page, whether it's using a frame or, doing something creative like this, using the 2.
I like this frame because sometimes I think this is
a lot.
Cropped down. So when you added that frame, it really makes it focus onto the picture. I like that.
So this was her first birthday. This is her second birthday.
And how did you make it look rustic? Is this that you inked it?
I inked it with gathered twigs.
Gathered twigs.
My go-to brown.
Sorry if I lean out because I'm it gets kind of funky there.
And
gathered twigs.
Like Alicia said, she just starts tearing, and I kind of do that too.
Saw that,
I started tearing here. And another thing that I usually don't put pink in any of my folders, but I thought this was very appropriate to add pink.
Right.
And it was really easy to do. I these books
Oh my
from
gosh.
Elizabeth Craft. I have both of them, and they do have pink paper in them. So again, look at your paper. These are great
Wow,
numbers.
look at those numbers.
This you will see I used on the front of my ephemera. It's just from the paper collection. And then you'll see how I used these. I just cut them out, and I put words stamped on them. Oh, and you will see how I love these
that's a great
words.
page. And which book is that?
This is
Book
number
2.
2.
Okay.
And we do have these in stock.
Oh my gosh.
And this has pink paper in it where I got some of the pink looking paper.
Okay.
And then, let's see.
Oh, look at those numbers.
Yeah. And then I used that.
yeah.
So this has really fun paper in it.
And you can cut those pieces
Oh,
apart.
yes. Cut them apart.
Also, yeah.
Yep.
And use them to find the little ones.
And then this is the number 3 book. Again, I used, look how fun. It's got that really cool sleigh.
Yeah.
And then pages like this that you can cut apart. So
Yeah.
these 2 books I
They're
used
amazing.
too. They go.
Doesn't it make you sad because you're like, oh, I used that paper
I
and
know.
now I don't have it anymore?
I know. I might have to buy more. Let me set this up. Okay,
right.
so that's the first 2 pages.
Only 50 more to go. Hang on with us, girls. All right.
So this paper, or this is a very similar picture to the other picture. So I found this paper, which is the 49 in Market.
If I reach over.
I
wish I had really long arms.
the paper that's got the flowers right there in front of you, right to the right, left, your left, my right. Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Thank
Okay.
you, Kim. Do you want just one? Yeah, that would have done it, but that's okay.
So because this was an outside picture, had flowers in it, I went to my stash and found this paper. So I used this part of it, and I thought it picked up some color because this was a black and white picture. It added some color to the page. Okay, this is the stitch tape, right, or washi tape right there.
Oh, it is.
Yep.
It's not your machine.
It is not.
No offense, but
is
that
not.
was quite nicely stitched, so I had to think that was not your machine.
This was a tag out of something that I put through the computer, and
Okay.
I put Mom's second birthday, 7/28/35.
All right, so you put that through the computer, Diane.
Oh yeah, let's see.
Tell us how you did that.
Hand me that.
Okay. This?
Yep.
All right. There you
So
go.
I take just a piece of typing paper.
Okay.
Type it on my computer. I run it through first.
All right.
Then if I was to say I want just this bee,
Okay.
I would take my paper, put some adhesive on the back, put it over the top, and run it through again.
Oh, okay.
So that's how I do all of these
That's how you do it.
tags that I have printed
Okay.
on the computer. And you will see I've
Thank
done
you.
that a lot.
Thank you for sharing with
And
us.
I just have a cheap old HP computer.
Yeah.
And it works really, really good.
No issues, huh?
Nope.
All right.
I
That's
use-
amazing
yeah.
that you do that. That's a great, because I was like, how
I
did
run
you find
through-
that exact one?
A lot of different ones. So it's really fun to
Mm-hmm.
do things like this.
Oh, is that a brad? That's not a brad, or
It
is
is
that
a brad.
It's
No,
really a brad.
that's a really
Okay.
brad.
Okay, it's a really brad.
Yep.
And how do you put your pictures on? Do you use score tape to put your pictures on? or
No,
just
I
regular
use
tape?
Nouveau liquid glue.
Oh, on the back of your photos.
Yes,
Okay.
and to adhere the paper to my index cards,
Yeah.
I use liquid glue
you
too,
use liquid glue also,
which I really love because you can get it close to the edge, so the edges don't
Yep.
come
And that
up.
is especially something that's
It's-
going to get a
yeah.
little bit more handled.
The Nouveau glue,
Yeah.
which
Okay.
a lot of us use here. Mm-hmm. Okay,
All right. So a butterfly was ephemera piece.
that's my mic.
Yeah, that's all right. That's the littlest thing that happened
Okay.
today. All right. The happy
So-
moments.
That's another old stamp
Okay.
that I
Look how
had.
you layered that. All right.
Okay, to the next page. This is her 3rd birthday. Again, I photocopied the back of it, and it says me, so that's my mom's
my gosh.
handwriting. She must have went back.
I love that.
And,
That's like my
and she
favorite.
was 3, so I knew how old she was. Again, I just took a label out of one of the ephemera packs. I used some of the washi tape here, too. This is one of the pocket cards.
So this is a label that she ran through her computer.
Yep. I used one of the pocket cards. This
there
is
we go,
his
the pocket
latest
cards, yeah.
edition.
Those
and
are
you
great.
get 3 different sizes. And they're fabulous.
Yeah.
And they're already layered, so you don't have to do a whole lot.
So they
with
already
them.
do the look for you.
Yep.
So like if you can see that right
Yep.
there. And also, was that the
That's the Elizabeth Craft.
Crafts, okay.
Yep, die that I used there. This was just out of one of the sticker books from Tim Holtz. And you will notice these are 49 in Market butterflies.
Really? And you ink them up.
I just ink them and
And is
Good to
this
go.
the
that's
Die?
That's the lacy Tim Holtz die.
okay?
Yep. And then the
tape?
Scotch tape.
Yep.
Elisha showed you how to make that. Kelly did the demo years ago
Yeah.
where they used the Scotch tape.
I love that
and
technique.
I think I used caramel and mushroom and slate.
Oh, okay.
I used 3 different colors.
All right, I'm going to come out and take a look at all of these. Isn't that
Okay.
fabulous?
So that's 2nd birthday and 3rd birthday.
All right. Gosh. This blows my mind, but we won't. we
This
won't blow
is
it yet.
probably my
Yeah.
favorite page. So
All
this
right.
page, this background I used out of the pink Reminiscence book. Added a date. We do have
dies.
alphabet dies on sale also.
Perfect, yeah.
25% off. This is out of one of his or Elizabeth Craft dies. And I highlighted, I inked all of it, but this is her 5th birthday, so I highlighted this. I cut it out of some other paper so you can see that it's kind of highlighted from the different ones. This is an interesting one.
I like this.
And I
This is
think
really
it's
cool.
probably out of a Tim Holtz one. You get lots of things like this. So what I did is it's being held by the mini paper clips. So I circled 5, which means she was 5 years old. Her birthday's in July, so I circled that. And her birthday is on July 28th.
Oh my word!
So she's
I
5 years
love
old.
that.
She was born in July on the 28th.
Wow.
And
How
then-
long does it take you just to create one page? do you think?
This took quite a while. When you're starting from scratch,
Right,
it
yeah, with
does
no
take a
idea.
while. Like I said, I try to pick out one thing or one product or technique to use on every page.
Is this an Elizabeth Craft die? This bigger page?
This is, and I
Okay.
can't tell you what it is.
I think I also have that one.
Yes.
And then this smaller one is in that
Yeah.
same.
Oh, this is a.
Oh, that's a pocket.
Yeah, this is from the pocket
Oh,
cards.
okay.
And I stitched. This is all off of my machine.
And that is also the copy of the back from the back of
Yes.
the picture.
And then I used the fabric tape as a little tabby thing.
Oh, I love this page.
And this I put, I went to the dictionary.
Oh,
I did. I went to the dictionary and cut out birthday.
Oh,
And it was kind of long for the tab, so I just kind of
yeah.
did that.
Oh my gosh, what
Yeah.
a neat detail.
So I go to my dictionary and pick out definitions a lot.
I love
so that's
it.
another fun technique. So this is one of my favorite pages, and I had seen this done on a video
I don't even know where to start with this page.
a while back.
Look at that thing. It's
This
amazing.
The background paper came out of his backdrops.
So that's the blue.
Yep.
Okay.
These are the acetate, and I think I used that over there. So
Okay.
but you can see I inked it. Or alcohol
Oh, there
inked
it is. I couldn't find it.
Yep.
There it is.
And that came
All
out
right.
of this pack.
That is the Becky Higgins.
Yep.
Yes.
And you will find this under the Tim Holtz series.
Okay. So she cut that out.
And
just
it
taped
has
adhered it to the
lots
top.
of
Oh, look
fun.
at those.
Yeah, they're just Some are semicircles, rectangles. They're just really fun doilies.
Those are great.
And a tip.
Okay.
Take the plastic coating off.
Oh, they have plastic coating.
Yes, they do. Before you alcohol ink them.
That would probably be a good idea.
I did not know
How'd that
that.
look when you put it on there? All of a sudden it started to
It's
shrivel
still
up
on
on
there.
you.
Okay, so what I wanted to do with this page was use a chain and a key.
Okay.
And Kelly, can you hand me one of the Tim Holtz chain packages
here,
that we just got?
Diane used some originals and some copies of her pictures.
They're over here.
So some of them
Sorry,
she photocopied
trying to
and
find-
used them. And then some of them she did use the original because she thought, why not? You know,
And I
sometimes
have
we
doubles of some.
And sometimes we photocopy something and the original still just sits there. So she did do some originals and some copies.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the ball chain ideology from Tim Holtz, and it's got 3 different colors, and it has lots of chain, 3 36-inch chains.
So 33
yeah,
yards.
and it has the ends to it. So this was an inspiration for this page.
Because you wanted to use that.
Yep.
I love it.
And then this is the 49 in Market square frames.
No, I would never
Yep.
have guessed that.
And I put a piece of acetate in it and used I used one of the photo cards.
So that's a photo card in there,
Yep.
and you put acetate on the top, and then covered it
Yep.
on the back. Oh my gosh!
And then the happy came from his flashcards. Yes. And then I had to make a birthday one, so I just cut out the same size. I used a background stamp and just inked it, and then I did this on my computer,
oh my
the birthday.
word! I'm so proud of you for using your computer, Diane.
Yes.
Good job.
Yep. So that was
That's
how I
amazing. I would have
made that
never
one. And then I
guessed.
put 7th birthday and the date on the back.
And then that's the same die that you used previously.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh my gosh. Oh, there's that paper.
So I made a tag out of the music paper.
Okay.
This is a hinge clip that I used the loopy pins, I used buttons, and then the beads from this jar that has thousands of beads in it.
It does,
will last
doesn't
you
it?
forever.
It's going to last you.
But they're really fun, and they have holes in them. I like the
Okay.
ones that have holes in them.
Okay,
that
yes,
you can
yes.
string on things. So that's my little mini clip there.
All right.
Then I made a tag. I hinged it with the fabric tape, which was really easy to do. This is a picture of my grandpa and my great grandpa, and this is my mom and her sister, who just passed away at the age of 91 this week.
I'm so sorry.
Yes.
That's great.
So
though, that
this-
you have all this.
And this was so
Oh.
appropriate that
It
I'm
was.
doing this this week. So
And that you have copied the words.
Yep.
Written, handwritten. And Diane and I got a chuckle of how all of the pictures are outside.
side. Yep.
And then
they
we
are.
thought maybe it was July, and that's why they're outside. But
Yep.
and Diane, people are loving it, and
Oh.
you're saying how talented you are and how beautiful your book is.
Thank
and
you.
yeah,
Now, this is one of his Tim Holtz
I
file
love these
folders
things.
that come in 2 different sizes, and you get 4 of each size. So that,
$5.99.
yep. So that, and I just covered it and I sewed it. This is my mom's 7th birthday, and I love. My grandma had very distinct handwriting.
Yes.
It's just really cool. I was just thrilled to find these
I'm
pictures.
impressed that cake didn't fall out of that pan. Wow.
And
Oh
these are
my,
just
look
some
at
more.
those, more of her photos.
Yep.
All right, so I'll come over here, and then you use, it looks like one of the chains again, or what, did we already see that? No.
Yeah, it's
Use-
I used
it's
an
hooked on
eyelet.
there.
Yeah.
Okay, oops.
There's an eyelet here to hold it all. So this is all one piece here.
Okay, I just want to make sure
Yep.
we get a good look at it. And that's true because the older cameras did not have flashes on the inside.
Right.
So it would be a little dark.
And this is her 8th birthday, 1941. And this Remember When is on the memory bound.
oh, yeah.
Remember When.
Perfect.
stamp.
Oh,
And
my friend
that's-
Jenny's on. Good morning, Jenny. Thank you for the commentary. I am the new cinematography and commentary. I will be using my professional voice.
And this is a product from 49 and Market that has just borders on it,
Oh.
which I love. This is another fun thing that we didn't talk about, but
Oh,
this
the
is
laser
the
cuts.
the
Yes.
essential cut. It's got postage stamps, and these
Oh, wow, you could put these in your computer, couldn't you?
Yes, and you can stamp backgrounds on them.
wow.
Oh, yeah, this is really cool.
Oh, this
so
is
this
really
is
neat.
just a basic one that has lots of fun
Pieces
product
on it, doesn't
pieces
it?
in it. Yep.
And there, you can make them different colors.
Oh,
'cause
yeah.
of they're white.
Yeah, and you can cut them, and they're just a fun.
I really like that.
Yep. So this
How
is
do I
another
miss some of
edition.
this stuff? I just don't get
You
it.
need to work more.
All right, how do we put this together, Diane? So I put the folder down. Did you have a magnet or anything? Oh no, you clipped it.
I clipped it. These hinge
I love
clips,
it.
and they come in two different
That is
sizes.
an amazing
This is the
page.
smaller. This is probably one of my favorite pages.
Well, what a good
It's
idea
just
if
so
you
much
had more
fun.
than one picture.
Yes.
That you could
Yeah.
put that.
It was
little
an
folder
easy
in the
way
back.
to put more
Yeah,
pictures in.
I love it.
Yep. So
All right.
okay, on to the next one. So here, this is how I used the acetate, and I needed to take off the plastic, so please do that if you buy these.
Oh, you
There's-
still have
it's
the
still on there
plastic
because I
on there.
got to
that's
figure
how
out
you
how
see
to
the
get
wrinkles.
Yeah.
Oh gosh,
I
Diane, that's
alcohol
funny.
inked right over it.
All
so,
right. Well,
you
that
know,
works for this page.
it
It
does.
doesn't matter. And
It
it's
does.
kind of old, so it's kind of wrinkly.
It is. It's
All
what
right.
it is.
Yep.
Okay. I think I had this up here. Okay. Take that off.
All right. So we're going to start with the background paper.
Background paper is just some music paper, and I believe it came out of the backdrops. If you see this paper, I loved that one. It just looks old. There's old receipts, and I think there was a music paper in here, or maybe not.
Maybe
It was
used
just
it.
some other music paper.
Yeah.
Again, I added a pink card from the pocket cards. This is out of the pocket cards. This stamp here is off of, it's an Elizabeth Craft. It was from the jar. Remember
Oh,
that?
yeah.
That set
Yes.
with the
Yep.
mason jar.
I love that.
I think
font.
that stamp came off of that.
Okay.
When I started, I cut a bunch of these doilies and I cut them apart, so they're great accents just to add here and there. Now,
Well, are those hearts underneath?
oh yes, and that's out of the,
Are those stamps or is that paper?
it's stamps,
Oh, okay.
and I thought that was very appropriate.
And then she tore, and then she just cut a bunch of the lace dies, hence that she could just grab from them.
It is the Creative
Photocopied?
Expression background stamp.
Oh, they're the hearts.
Yeah, right here.
Okay.
This is a great set of stamps.
That
Look how
is.
fun that is.
Oh, those are fun.
Yeah. And I used
$17.99.
that one too, the brick. This one's really
I thought
awesome.
maybe that you had stamped those all individually, but that's nice. Just to have
yeah,
the big
no.
one. Oh, silly me.
So
And
just
then
kind of a
this
simple
little-
page.
Remember this?
This picture is just so cool. That's out of his sticker book.
Okay.
Yep.
And then it looks like you did the tape technique down there.
Yep.
below.
And I
All
used
right.
slate alcohol ink on
Okay.
that one.
So
So
cool.
one of the things to remember when I was putting this book together, I knew I was using the fabric tape, and I had to make sure that when I put pictures down that I left
like a little gap there.
gap there so I could stick it under. There was a couple that I had to kind of tweak, and this might have been one. I had to cut this one down, but it worked. I made it. I
The
made
book
it work.
we found out is about 8 by 5, and it's not file folders, but file.
They're called file guides.
guides. Yeah.
and they look like
you can purchase 6 of them for
$3.99.
$3.99.
And I think I used 12 in here.
Okay, we haven't got to the binding part, but she is going to show us how to do that.
Yep. Okay, on to this page. This is another favorite page.
Wow.
This edging up here is this die here.
Okay, the Elizabeth
Elizabeth Craft,
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Thank you, Janine, for introducing us to Elizabeth.
Yes. And one of the techniques that I wanted to use on this page was eyelets and then making kind of a banner across the top. So that's what I did.
That's fabulous.
This paper, I think I collaged
Okay.
on the file cards, and then
my gosh,
I
picture.
cut the fabric tape in half and kind of put them on the corners. These are out of the Elizabeth Craft book.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know which one it's out of,
But you showed us those little.
yeah,
there you
those.
go. So that would be.
And
book
I think
2.
this one was in here. This one I made on the computer.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
But you can easily. Use
Oh
one
yeah,
of
these
those
are really fun
on
words.
here. And look at the button on the. It looks like the shower curtain hooks. I don't know what they're really called though. This one.
Loopy pins.
Loopy pins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just use old
Love
buttons. And I did use eyelets. I didn't there, but I did there.
That's all right.
I don't know. So yeah, aren't these fun pictures?
This picture is like my favorite.
Yeah. So then I got done with birthday and went done with birthday back here, and then I just started with younger pictures.
Okay.
Going through of the ones that I found.
All right. If I haven't shown something or you have a question about a page, just put it in the comments and we can go back to it.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Put this on so I don't lose it. Okay. On to the next page.
Oh,
I love this
look at that.
picture too. This
right.
again is out of the Reminisce, one of the Reminisce books, and it might have been book number 1 that had just a whole page of words, phrases like that. So I just cut that out. And pretty much this is a basic page.
Oh, this is just a basic, simple page
Yeah.
that you can just kind of throw together.
Yep.
What is...
Okay, this is, I forgot to stitch on this page, so I used the stitch tape. That's
okay,
right.
Gotcha.
Yep, I used
this.
this.
Looks perfect. I mean, it just goes right with it.
And I love the black
The
and white.
tape and some of that
Yep, use
from his stickers.
Yep, this is the Scotch tape.
Hey, Chris, would you bring me a Kleenex?
I will.
And then, okay.
Thank you. I know.
So
Flexibility
this
to take care of me.
page, background paper is in the backdrops.
Okay.
And then I made another flip.
Oh, okay.
It's hinged, and I cut one of the file folders.
Oh, thank you so much.
I cut it like this and just cut it off to make a flip out of it.
Oh, okay.
And then I used a die and cut out the inside, or I covered it, and then used one of my 500 dies. We all have a lot of dies.
I forget to use my dies to cut out pictures.
Yes.
But I like that.
And then I put a piece of acetate behind it, and this is such
Oh,
a
there we go.
cute
I got the
picture.
glare.
Yeah.
Okay. So you cut with your die cuts acetate also.
Yes. Well, no.
No?
It's glued. I made it. You can't see it, but I put another piece of paper.
Oh.
You can just cut a rectangle.
Gotcha.
And I glue it on with liquid glue.
Oh, okay. I see what you did now. So she cut the shape out of the paper.
Yes.
Put the picture and the acetate underneath of it.
Yes.
All right. All right.
This
let's
is
see.
a
We have
really
few
old
questions.
bread. Okay.
Let's see. Catching up. The paper again that you used for the backgrounds was
Mostly the backdrops. This is the new stuff. It's volume number 3 backdrops.
volume 3. So volume 3 backdrops. So that's what she used for most of the backgrounds.
I'm not sure how much these are.
I feel like I'm having an allergy attack, Diane.
Oh,
I'm so
sorry.
sorry. No, I'm sorry for you.
No, I'm fine. This is out of the Reminisce book that I showed you. I cut it off, and then I put, this was written on the back of the picture, so I copied that, the year, cut the date off, put date down here, so I used this and just cut it off. And then the two, my mom's name was Verena. She was 2. Our aunt's name was Geraldine, and she was 5. And those are out of the 49 and Market Curators Botanical. So you can see there's number ones here.
That
so
worked out perfect.
I just went and found the number 2 and 5, and again I typed or used the computer. Yep.
Oh my word! Now
Yep.
I see the 2 and the 5. That's the thing with your things that or your projects that I look through them and then I look through them again and find so many new things.
Well, I hope you're getting some techniques
yeah.
out of this video. This is the
Oh yeah, those clippy things.
that we didn't know what to do with them.
Those.
That's what these are, and
The
they come
49
in
Market.
2 different colors. I think
Okay.
this is H silver, and then I think there's maybe a bronzy color too. And I did on my computer again. I put sisters, and it just fit. I made
perfect.
it fit in there. So that's
These pictures are amazing.
this, yeah. And then
the
this is
back?
the back of the clip, which is really cool.
Yeah, it's like standalone.
Yep.
Oh, and then the
use
information.
yes, information and more of the washi tape. Just really simple looking background.
So pretty.
This is a tag I used. This I made into
pull out
a
of the
pocket,
pocket.
and I used this die right there to cut off the top, and then I sewed it on. And I stamped on it, and I didn't like the look of the stamp, so I just put a piece of the washi
I've done
tape
that.
across.
Yep, just cover it up.
Yeah.
Just gonna cover up my oops.
Yep.
Yep.
There's always a way
get
to
rid of
fix it.
Yep.
And then the back of this is this die right here, or the bottom of it is this die right there.
So if you want controlled tearing.
Yes.
Okay.
Good choice of words.
Thank you.
This paper is out of the Reminisce 2 book.
Okay.
Reminiscence.
Reminiscence.
Let's
It looks
see.
like a Maggie kind of
It
bowish.
is just
Yeah.
a bow that Maggie showed you how to make.
Yeah. Hey Kim, while you're there, would you grab that die in that Elizabeth Craft? Yep, right there.
Just one?
Yeah, thank you. No, I don't need 5. But thank you for asking. All right, this is the Elizabeth Craft die. And it has so many different die. It's die and die and die.
I
it's
use
fabulous.
it. It is.
Yeah.
Everybody needs one of those.
Yes, and it is, again, the number is, I'm not sure.
21.
Oh.
1739.
Okay, thank you.
They're different. They number them different. Elizabeth Craft does. but
Okay.
These little tags I've used a ton.
great? Yeah.
This one,
I use this arrow a lot.
yeah,
I do.
and this one down here is good. Well, it's just good.
It has not only the notebook, but controlled tearing.
Yeah.
So, all right.
So that's that one. Another product that I used was and I forgot to show it on some, but you know the old pictures had this, I don't know what you call it,
Kind of like a
raggedy
raggedy edge.
look.
Yeah.
So this is the Tim Holtz Deco
well,
trimmer.
maybe that has a decal edge, we'll say.
Yes. And this is, I used it on some of the pictures I had to cut down, and
Oh,
I
yeah.
wanted that look on the
Right.
pictures, and I'm not sure
That's
if
okay.
it was this one. It might have been this one.
Okay.
But that's an easy way to get that look back.
So then you just use that. Oh.
Yep.
Oh,
So
I like
and
that.
there's different. He didn't make it the same all the way down.
Oh, yeah. You wouldn't want that.
So it starts out looking like this, not very much, and ends up with this. So I used the bottom
okay.
of
Here, I'm gonna
the
hold that. See if I can.
the bottom of
There
the
we
trimmer more
'Cause
than
it
I
has-
used the top.
And then the top, it doesn't have it as many.
Right.
And then as you go towards the bottom,
So
it has more of the
If you
edges.
want that look in your heritage book and you're copying pictures,
Yeah.
this is a good way to get that look back.
I like that. That's a great idea. I might have to get myself a decal.
I know, I had to
My
too.
golly.
Okay,
I'll get
so that is that page there.
My goodness, this is amazing.
Okay, the next page I used the flashcards from his new ones. This is another one of the frames, the 49 and Market frames. I put acetate in it again.
Oh,
this
okay,
is
yeah.
very similar to the doll picture, but a different pose. And then I just started layering. I
Looks like
added
49 and
some
Market.
pink. These tickets, I'm not sure, but I printed how
They
old.
look like these thingies.
Yeah, they might have been.
Okay.
I can't. I apologize. I'm not sure.
that's okay.
I have so much ephemera that I'm not sure where all of it comes from.
Well, yeah.
This was one of the labels. Got the date on there.
It's still, it's just.
And just sewed everything
amazing.
together.
Mm-hmm.
And this is out of I think that's a 49 and Market. I'm pretty sure this is a 49 and Market doily too. So another pretty simple page, but
But
when
it's
you-
still, it doesn't look simple.
right
by
when
any
you
means.
add these frames, I love those frames.
Did not know. I
Oh.
honestly thought they were like little file folders.
Some
I
of them
couldn't
are.
figure it
Some of them
out.
are. If you open your pack, you get 1,000 pieces,
Yeah.
and some of the tabs are not attached. So you can put your tab, like this one is not attached. I just glued it on, so you can put your tab wherever you want them
so
to
I'm
be.
going to go in
Yeah, and I don't
tight.
sure if I
But
have
notice you can
any
kind of
of those
see.
ones here, but they're just fun. They come in squares, 3x4s.
Yeah.
There might be another one. So this page here, I cut out of an Elizabeth Craft die, and I was going to attach it to the next page, and I
Okay.
couldn't figure out how to do that with
Okay.
this type of system.
Right.
So I just scored it. It's like, I probably, if I go back,
okay,
I wouldn't have done it like
see,
this.
because it has
but
the holes
yeah.
there. Okay, I see.
And story, where did that? This is a paper, and it might be out of one of these books that had story already written on it. So I used that paper and just circled story.
Okay.
So there's one of the fabric little stitchy things. And this was all written on the back.
And so you copied that,
that.
and then just put it out
Yep.
there.
And my matting here is the pocket cards.
Those pocket cards come in quite handy,
Yes,
don't
they do. I love them.
That must be an original picture just because it has
Yes,
the glare on it.
it does. It
Yeah.
is. Yep.
All right.
Oh, next page. These numbers came out of the Reminisce
Oh.
book again, so I just cut out the numbers that I wanted. Pocket cards, sewed them on, and really just added some pink here. Tore this background paper and inked it. So again, pretty basic.
So nice.
This is another 1938 picture, just layered everything. This came out of Priceless Memories. Where did that come out of? Might have been sorry, I cannot
It's
tell
okay.
you where that came from. I know it's pretty current.
Yeah, so you just,
And
did
it
you
might
die
be
cut it or punch it?
No, it was
Oh, a
already
circle.
like that.
And then added a,
And maybe it came out of a 49 and
Okay.
Market pack. Oh, right here. So this is the new Meadows
okay.
ephemera pack, and it is right there. So that's came out of this
Oh, okay.
pack.
Look
This
at all those
is,
fun colors.
again, I buy all
Oh.
the ephemera packs. So that's where that came out of. A really old Brad. I don't even know. Making
know, it
Memories.
almost
It
looks
might have
like-
been
oh
Making
my.
Memories. So that goes back a few years.
Oh, wow.
and just found a label.
And did you use your computer?
I did.
All right, can you review that again real quick for us?
Yes. You take
I would take a drink.
a piece of computer paper and say I want the bee. You run it through. Then you take your paper, put a little adhesive. It doesn't take much adhesive, and really I use repositionable, and just put it over the top and run it through.
And then you have your bee on that.
Yes,
thing.
and you will see on my name tag.
Oh, Diane.
Get my name tag up. So I had to make a Tim Holtz name tag.
Of course.
And
name tags are phenomenal.
my name is right there. This was a pocket card, and I just did a little layering, but I printed my name
Oh my gosh!
because that was a little label that was already on there.
What font is that? Do you know?
I don't.
Okay.
Sorry. I'll have
That's
to
all right.
go back and look. But that's
Okay.
how I got my name on there.
I wondered how you did that, but then I thought maybe you just stamped. But nope, you don't have to put your name tag on back right now, girl.
Okay.
So,
But I gotta,
you gotta have your mic on.
gotta have my mic on.
You gotta put it in your heavy breathing area.
Oh. Okay. So that's how I do my printing on the computer.
All right.
And this is one of the metal clips, which I just love, even the back of them. They're just, you don't have to do anything with them. So I used one up here. I typed the word love, put that in there. That just fit right here, right in there. This
That's a great picture.
yeah. Again, it made it so nice to have the
Wasn't
writing
it?
on the
Yeah.
back.
I mean, that's
love
just
that.
a huge thing for us to do now
Yeah.
is to put the writing.
Oh
put
yes,
the stuff on
always
the
remember
back.
to
into journal or
and who they are
Yep.
and dates and ages and
even if you don't think anybody's going to
yeah.
want it, but people will.
Yeah, you know, these pictures are quite old.
Yeah.
I love this picture. This is my uncle
So
now.
fun.
And then
Those are
just-
dolls.
yeah,
Those are some
big dolls. And you know, they always wore dresses, and they
Yeah.
always had their
Look at the knee highs.
knee highs that
Look
are
at
rolled
them
down.
rolled. Oh, even he has his little knee highs rolled down.
Isn't that sweet?
That
Those
is like
little
a
sweet
great
shoes.
picture.
And then I just took one of the ephemera cards and typed their ages
That is
on
great.
there. Made a very simple background page.
I love this. Gosh, Diane, this is just like a technique book.
And then this is one of the last, well, you can only make, if you do this binding technique, you can only make this book so
Okay.
big.
Well, that's good to know.
Yes, and I think I used 12 pages.
That's quite a bit
in
book.
it. But this is the original. Remember, all the old pictures came in folders like this?
Yes.
So I just cut off the top and the bottom
Oh,
and
you
used the folder.
did.
Yes, this is the original folder that this picture was in.
Oh my
And
goodness.
my grandma was a great picture taker. My mom was a great picture taker.
I wonder where they get that from.
We
It comes
have
naturally,
lots
huh?
and lots of pictures.
Isn't that great?
And a lot of formal pictures.
I know. Look at him. Isn't he
Yeah,
snazzy?
yeah. And their
All
hair.
dapper. Love also noticed with Diane that the 1941 is kind of wonky, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
You don't
yeah.
want everything
That was
to
a
be
stamp.
straight.
That was a stamp. This is out of I think the Reminisce book
Yeah.
#1, which we cannot get anymore.
Yeah, that one's been discontinued.
yeah.
And you have to get the books while they are there.
Yep. We were able to
Yes.
get 2 and 3, and 4 is already gone, and they can't reprint it, or they are not reprinting it.
Yeah.
So hopefully they are coming out with a 5
5, yes.
for Christmas. That's what we're
Photos
hoping.
are a return ticket to a moment otherwise gone. I love that.
Love that. And then Way Back When is off of the Tim Holtz.
All right. That's not Tim Holtz, but that's okay. It's
Tim
memory
Holtz.
bound.
It's memory bound.
This is like a staple now, isn't
yeah,
it?
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
My last page,
Yes.
I did memories, and that's the Cartabella
Oh yeah.
die that I showed you
There it
before.
is.
I didn't want it front and center. I wanted it kind of look like it was on the paper. So
Yeah,
that's why
I love that.
it's like that, and I inked it. Way Back When is off of this. This is a card that's out of the Reminiscence
I
book.
saw that.
This is the photo or pocket cards.
Love
And then
that you have your name
I
on
signed it.
You
I
need to
didn't do
date
that.
it.
I did, right down there.
Oh, sorry.
Yep. And then these are just
Sorry about that.
ephemera, fabric
Pieces
tape.
and tape and
Yeah, I love this look too, so don't forget to do that. And you can use the Scotch tape or you can use washi tape.
And it does just add a little ending to it
Yep.
to fill in those spots. Well, Diane, that is amazing, and
Okay.
everybody has loved it. They're wondering, how long does it take just to create
This
that?
took a couple months because
Yeah.
you can't just sit down and, well, I can't, and
From
scrapbook.
beginning, yeah, well, from beginning to end, yeah.
And I wanted every page to be different. I wanted a new technique, a different product. So I
Right.
really think about when I'm doing projects like this, I want to give you ladies different techniques,
Yeah, and I
different
think
product,
you-
how to use different products different ways. So I hope that you get something out
Oh, yeah, I
of
think
a
you've
book like
inspired
this.
all of us. That is just amazing.
A quick way. This,
And sometimes you can knock out 2 or 3 pages because you get in your groove.
yes, you do.
Yeah, so you can
Yep.
do that.
And I jot down when I watch YouTube videos, I jot down techniques,
Right.
make little drawings
Yep.
that I want to use and go back and draw from
Right.
that inspiration too.
Right.
So this technique was done by Susie Shabby Soul.
Shabby Soul, okay.
She is a Tim Holtz maker.
Oh, okay.
You can follow her on Instagram or YouTube. Her YouTube videos are awesome. So this is one thing that she taught how to do. And what you do is the first page you put 3 tabs on it, and using that washi tape it's called fabric tape. It's not washi tape.
Okay, so
it's
she's
very
using
strong.
this.
And it's self-adhesive, but putting this book together, I put a dab of liquid glue
Yeah.
on each one, just to
make sure,
just
right?
to make sure.
Maggie mentioned that yesterday.
Yep.
That does have adhesive in all of it, but just to make sure that's going to stick and not.
So I put this one and this one down, kind of put this one in
That's
the
your front
middle.
cover, right?
Yep, and then
Okay.
this is your next page.
Okay.
So that one has 2 on it.
All right, and it staggers.
So then what you do is you take off that one and then the middle one. So you're attaching 2 pages together.
Okay, so you did, the first one has 3.
Yep.
You
Okay.
put the second one on and you attach the 3.
So now you've got page 1 and page 2 together.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
That's like a magic trick.
So then you have your next page, which has 3 on it again.
Okay, so 3, then 2.
Yep. And then you line them up. And you take the tab off of the 2.
Because you don't want whatever's on that page that you added,
Right.
you don't want to take those off because then it would just be like a decoration and not a hinge.
Yeah. So again, when you're putting this together, because you don't do this until the very end.
Oh,
I didn't.
that is
I
a good
did. I
suggestion.
didn't want it
That's
to put
right.
together because I wanted to be able to switch pages or do whatever.
Okay, yeah.
So when you're doing a book like this, you have to leave a spot or don't glue things down. Like this one, I didn't glue all the way down. I just glued on the center.
Right, so you left
And
some
then I was
room.
able to stick
Okay.
the tape underneath there.
That makes sense.
And then to add another page, you
So that would be the last page
Yeah.
that wouldn't have any,
you don't put
Washi on
any
it.
washi tape on
because
it.
you're not adhering it to anything else. Oh my gosh, that's really easy.
It is. So there
Look
is
at that.
your book with
Oh.
fabric washi tape. Fabric
Oh
washi
my
tape
goodness.
hinges. So it was a little complicated, but I watched the video several times, and
Well,
she does
yeah,
a great
no,
job.
yeah.
And
And again, it was Shabby
Shabby Soul.
Shabby Soul.
Yep.
It shows
She
that
is a Tim Holtz maker, and she has been for quite a few years.
Okay.
If you
That's
go out
amazing.
to Tim Holtz blog, all of his makers have links.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Now, did you have any issues when you did this with the thickness?
I wouldn't have wanted to gone any thicker.
Okay.
With this.
Yeah.
It's sturdy. It's
Yes.
not going to fall apart.
No.
But I don't think I would have wanted to go any thicker.
Okay.
And I did have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Wow.
There's 9
That's a great
pages.
scrapbook.
So, and it's plenty thick.
Right.
But how fun is this going to be put on my shelf?
Oh my gosh.
To put on a coffee table for people to look at.
And people will once they start
Yes.
to, and your family looking at it.
It's going to be fun
It is
to look at.
great.
So,
all right. Wow, Diane.
my ephemera books I've showed you before, and I'm hoping, I keep saying this to make a video on this, but this is
her organizational technique.
Just all of my fun ephemera.
And that's how she finds it, which is great because it's right near you when you want to look for something.
This is flowers and butterflies. This one I just made. I used the 49 Market fabric tape.
That's fabric tape?
It is.
Oh my god.
But I ended up I didn't want to have to sew, but I ended up having to sew it.
Wow. That
Because
is a
you really
heavy-duty
need to
book.
sew on your pockets. This has got all kind of bigger stuff. I only put one pocket on each page.
And the pockets are made out of?
You can use vellum, or you can use tracing paper.
Oh my gosh.
Or you can use just regular paper too. I like to use the ones that you can see through, so if things slide down, you can see it. I used the heavy paper out of the Reminiscence books. And then
that would be great, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
because it has the heavier paper.
and that's what a lot of this is.
That is amazing. I haven't seen this one.
No, this is.
That's a new one, huh?
This is a new one.
Oh my gosh! How many pages do you usually put in one of your books?
I do 4 what they call signatures. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, and then you just sew down the middle, or
I sew each pocket on, and then I sewed this on just to give it more strength.
Okay.
You can try using it without sewing, but use washi tape. But I like it. I want to make sure it doesn't fall apart. So there's my really good sewing machine.
That just cracks me up. That thing. But the thing is that it stays and it doesn't jam. It just goes
well, not all the time,
okay.
but sometimes you'll be stitching along and it will come all undone.
Oh,
you
darn
just
it.
rethread
That's
it.
like mine.
So, anyway,
and that one is the same. You made this one the same.
Yes.
In the same manner.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So 4 pages did you say that you put in there?
Yes, 4 signatures.
Okay.
And
yeah, you need to.
Hopefully,
show how to
I
do
will
that.
someday. Put this together.
It's such a cool thing to have.
But I now have like 4 of these. I think I have a Christmas one.
You think you have a Christmas one? You know you have like 2 Christmas ones.
Yeah, I probably
And then she
do.
gave them as gifts, and I was lucky to get one. That's like one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Okay,
Diane,
so
amazing.
Sorry, it was a long
Everybody.
video. Wow.
Those aren't file folders. Her books are actually made. Well, if you're speaking about those, Vicki, those are made from paper.
Yeah, and they're made from the heavy
This was made
paper.
from the back of the Reminiscence.
Yeah. Or the backdrops would make good ones too, because they're really heavy. Or the 49 Market paper, because it's really heavy.
Yeah. So those she's talking about the ephemera books.
Yeah.
But over here,
Okay.
those are made with file folders, but they're not really file folders.
They're
file
guides.
I can't get that through my head.
And we have them 6 for $3.99, and again they're under the Tim Holtz series online.
And you used 9, correct, to make yours?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Well, Diane, everybody is loving it. And people say,
thank
don't
you.
worry about the length. The longer the better. They love the long videos.
Oh,
so
well, that's good.
We have had so much to share with you guys this week to kick off our first Tim Holtz week. I think it was a success, if I do say so myself. The cinematographer.
Let's Tuesday we'll have a guest instructor. Cindy is back with a phenomenal folio that she designed and put together.
Yes, and
That's really
Monday
cool.
we are closed for
Yes.
the 4th. So Teresa will. I think she's here later in the week.
She is here Wednesday.
Wednesday, all right.
And you're
So
here
Cindy?
Thursday.
Oh, yep,
With
check.
a really cool travel Tim Holtz
Yeah.
project. And then I might be back on Friday. I'm
Oh,
not sure.
nice.
Not sure.
Not sure. Okay.
Yeah.
But
So,
thank you
that's
again,
it.
Diane. It was wonderful, and thanks for helping us kick off our Tim